Bay. The saga of the great Hudson's Bay Fur Company. And of the brave men who traveled the untrekked wilderness from Labrador to California, from Minnesota to Alaska. Starring Barry Nelson as Jonathan Banner, Hudson's Bay Man. With George Tobias as Pierre Falcone.
When I write about it now, it's hard to believe that it ever happened at all. But it did, as it must in every man's life. It started on a gray November morning when a British patrol was just about 5 miles from Fort Gannon. Private Hamilton, the drummer boy, was out on his first patrol.
Men into formation quickly. Hamilton, keep beating. Come back, you fool! This always happens just when I'm taking a bath.
Well, maybe this is to celebrate that great event. You better get inside, son. You know where this little boy belongs.
Huh? Well, they all belong to a mother.
Well, find one for him, will you?
Johnny, they need me at the stockade.
I tell you what. If I see we got a war on our hands, I'll get them to wait.
Where's your mommy?
No, Mommy.
No mommy. I find your mom. I find your mom.
What's the trouble? Looks like British regulars trying to fight their way into the fort, Mr. Banner. Looks like they could use some help. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for? We got standing orders. Nobody leaves the fort in case of attack. Yeah, I heard him. Well, who's going with me? What about the orders, Mr. Banner? Well, are there any volunteers? You don't know what you're asking, Mr. Banner. I said, are there any volunteers? All right, let's go. You shout your standing orders to them and see what they tell you to do with them.
Hey, Johnny! Wait for me! Wait for me!
Open the gates.
Those gates will remain closed, Mr. Banner.
Those are British soldiers out there.
Need I remind you, we have a standing order governing procedure during an attack on this fort.
Those men are in trouble, and we can help them.
Jonathan, use your head. That order is there for a reason.
We have a responsibility to those men.
What about our responsibility to the women and children in here?
Look, there are just a few Indians out there. They're no threat to this fort. But to those few soldiers... I'm sorry, sir. Open the gates. I have my orders, Banner. I said open them. Find the boy's mother?
Yeah, I find his mother, then his father find me. I think Indians will be much easier.
All right, let's go.
I think we won, Johnny.
What? What did we win?
Now do you understand our orders? If it were any other man, I'd have had him shot before this day was out. But a man's record can't be ignored. You've been with Hudson's Bay since you were a boy. You've served this company well. So, in view of that, I'm prepared to let your infraction of a standing order go by, providing you give me a formal apology. Do I have it, Jonathan? Then I've no alternative but to discharge you from this company. I'm sorry, Jonathan. You're free to go now. Jonathan, if you should change your mind.
It's hard to believe, Johnny, that you are no longer with the company.
Yeah.
Where will you go? What will you do?
I don't know.
If you speak to the governor and tell him that you are sorry, he will...
No.
Don't be proud, Johnny. Many people make mistakes.
Well,
Fact. You want me to give you a medal for it?
goodbye, Peter.
Johnny, take care of yourself.
I knew someone would catch up with me. You gonna shoot me?
You with the squad?
You're gonna shoot me, aren't you?
What are you doing here?
They sent you to find me, didn't they?
You run away, boy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you don't have to be frightened of me. I'm not going to turn you in.
That's, quite a drum you got there.
Yes, sir. I kept beating it like the captain said, but I got so scared I couldn't help myself.
Say, can you really play that thing?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's hear a little something.
Now?
Oh, you got something better to do? better now?
Yes, sir.
I thought you would. There's something about it, Drum Pete.
You, been in the Army long?
2 months.
Like it?
I did, at least until today. I never been in battle before. I never thought I'd be the kind to lose my head and break orders.
Could happen to anybody.
It wouldn't happen to you.
Hey, we might as well make the best of it, huh? I'll fix something to eat.
Why don't you have something to eat? I haven't poisoned anybody yet.
No, thank you.
Change your mind, just speak up.
You know anything about Indians?
A little.
You suppose they took any of the boys prisoner?
Probably. They like to save something for the folks back home.
I could only get them out.
What are you trying to prove?
Well, if you made a mistake, wouldn't you try to do something about it?
Maybe, if I thought it was a mistake.
Well, isn't breaking an order a mistake?
You did what you had to do.
That doesn't mean I was right. I guess they've got those Indian camps guarded pretty well.
Yeah.
You ever been in one?
Yep.
Suppose it'd be pretty tough to sneak in and...
Pretty tough.
I figured.
You know, even if you did get them out, they still probably would shoot you for deserting.
I know.
Yet you'd still try.
I hope I would.
Could you play that no matter what?
I think so.
You better have something to eat, because we're going to find out what kind of a drummer you really are.
I don't understand.
You want to save them while there's still some to save, don't you?
Well, yes,
All
but...
right, have something to eat. Now, look. This is what I have in mind. All right, now the river just bends and winds its way down through here. And the Indian village would be so. And just behind there, the forest. There's some high grass right in between. Now, we'll take our canoe. We'll make our way to about this point. There's some bushes where we can hide it. Up there. That's it. What do you think?
Seems like a pretty good idea.
Think you could do it?
I'll try.
Hamilton,
Yes, sir?
there's something you should think about again before we start.
What, sir?
Well, even if this comes off, they still might shoot you as a deserter.
Yes, sir.
All right, just so you've thought about it.
Mr. Banner?
Yeah?
Why are you helping me?
I don't know. Listen, we better get going before it gets light. As we made our way to the Indian camp, I kept thinking about what Private Hamilton had said. Because you think something is right, doesn't mean it is.
You ready? Not afraid?
Yes.
I'll let you in on a little secret. So am I. Well, if we're going, we better go. Take care of yourself.
God help you, sir. What regiment's that out there, sir?
Hamilton.
The Hamiltons. But they're not in this part of the country?
Not the Hamiltons. Hamilton.
Private Hamilton.
That's the man. Better untie these men and get out of here.
Where Gannon is? What about Hamilton? How's he going to get out of this?
Sir, we don't have very much time. Those Indians may think he's very funny now, but for how long, I don't know. So get going, will you?
Try and save him.
I'll do my best. Gannon's about 5 miles up the way.
Yes, sir.
I guess your captain ought to be back by now.
Yes, sir.
Still want to go ahead and take your chances?
Yes, sir. Are you coming?
Yeah, I think I'll take my chances, too.